Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. Court is in session with its trial docket. Next case is cause number M330110. Case is style the state of Texas versus Jacob Allen Reed. Mr. Reed, is that your full name?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Reed, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Reed, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God? Mr. Reed, you may put your hand down. How you doing, Mr. Reed? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Reed, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Ralph Kimbler. Attorney Kimbler, how are you doing?
Still doing well here.
That's good. State is represented in this case by Attorney Kobe Hoffbauer. Attorney Hoffbauer, how are you doing?
Good job. Thank you.
That's good. Now, Mr. Reed, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Jacob Allen Reed, on or about November 7th of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of cruelty to animal. Mr. Reed, do you understand what you've been charged with? And to this charge, Mr. Reed, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Guilty. Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Mr. Reed, I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishment, which is also labeled as State's Exhibit number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Okay, on page 2 of this same document, there's a set of initials, JR, that's on the line next to a box. Just check guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
Also, I have before me on the next document that is titled the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes that's checked. First box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Reed, before you signed and initialed all of these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything that he went over? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Mr. Reed, are you a citizen of the United States? State, I have before me, State's Exhibit number 1. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibit number 1?
Yes, sir. Without objection.
No objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Kimbler, you advised and counseled Mr. Reed. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
Not that I'm aware of.
And Mr. Reed, your attorney, Mr. Kimbler, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided fully effective and competent legal representation? Mr. Reed, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your pleas and waivers was freely and voluntarily given. I also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
In exchange for plea of guilty or no contest, states agree to recommend 4 days in the Jefferson County Jail and court costs. Defendant has credit for 4 days. So that we ask this to be time served and to tax and retire court costs. That's correct.
Okay, Mr. Reed, the state is offering that you serve 4 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you would not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail in this case because you've already served 4 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for the time that you've already served. The court cost in this case is $342, but you will not be required to pay the $342 court cost because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. Mr. Reed, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes.
Do you accept the state's offer? Mr. Reed, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Reed, you're gonna stand on the X next to your attorney, follow the directions of our clerk. Once you're finished following her directions, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. You are. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. Court is in session with its trial docket. This is the last case that's set on the trial docket, cause number M330108, case the style of state of Texas versus Hillary Ann Godbold. Ms. Godbold, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Ms. Godbold?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks, Fax. Ms. Godbold, you represented by your attorney, Attorney Ralph Kimler. Now, Mr. Kimler, this case was set on the court's trial docket. It's my understanding that the state and the defense has reached an agreement in this case. Is that correct?
The state has proffered a disposition on this case that would involve Ms. Godbold pleading guilty to Class C disorderly conduct in exchange for having the present Class A case dismissed.
Okay, is that correct,
That's
Mr.?
correct, yeah.
Okay.
$300 fine plus court costs.
$300 fine plus court cost.
And justice court will pull off a judge. We just need a reset, give her time.
Okay, how much
to
time do you need to get your, it's a $300 fine plus court costs. Do we know what the court cost is?
Not probably not more than $100.
Okay,
and JP.
so how much time do you need to? A week, okay,
What we can do, Judge, if what we did on a previous case on this docket, we reset it a month, but anytime you do it, if you bring it to our office, the receipt, then I'll come down and put it on and dismiss it.
now that's probably gonna be done, okay. So we're gonna reset this case, we'll say 30 days. You can pay it off anytime before the 30 days, or the court date. Give us a reset date,
And you gotta take the receipt up to the third floor.
and you know where that is, where you need to go, okay. Okay, so it's gonna be a JP reduction. It's gonna be reset to September 11th, 2023. Your attorney is gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, Ms. Garbo, you'll be free to go. You have a blessed day, and Mr. Kimberly, And this will conclude the calling of the court's trial docket. Remaining cases are disposed. In County Court at Law Number 2, Jefferson County, Texas, Judge Terrence Holmes presiding.